And we're going to lead the show by interviewing two people that are heading up the new Flote social network, which if you're not already a part of, you need to go sign up. Welcome to the show, Angel and Kingsley. Good to have you.
Yeah.
How's it going?
It is going well, guys, going well. So I just wanted to get like a quick update. Don't want to take up too much of your time. I know you guys got a lot going on over there. You're running a campaign right now to sort of highlight people that are leaving the other platforms. I was sort of forced to leave the other platforms. So you guys are running a campaign right now. I guess you showed my face all over the world, it felt like today, telling a quick blip of my story. Can you tell us about your campaign? And then I'd like to get maybe from Kingsley or some kind of window or insight into how the company's doing, how the website's doing, the growth and things like that.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, Angel, the campaign was your idea, so go ahead.
I gotta say first, I saw that I only recently realized that you were banned from Facebook, and we did our interview a few months ago, and I go, oh my God, did I get him banned from Facebook in our Black people conversation? Oh no. But yeah, a lot of things happening, and we have all of these new users, and there is a shift in the winds. Everyone's paying attention to the big tech companies and looking at what it is they're doing and really paying attention and feeling disempowered by it. And so they're looking for alternatives, and we want to give people an alternative. And a big part of getting people to shift from something that they know into something new is showing them who's there, showing them the quality of the people that are there, showing them the reasons that people have switched networks. And it's many of the same reasons that other people might switch as well. So that's what this whole user spotlight is about. And also to help people build up their communities, build up their, right? Like if you're on one of those other platforms right now, there's a lot of noise and it's really difficult for you to make any headway. But on Flote, we're a newer community, which means that we can pull in content creators and we can highlight them and we can share with the internet, like all of these wonderful people who really are committed to a platform that allows them a true voice. So we've been doing that. And then, of course, we're anti-censorship at Flote. And so highlighting some of the users who have been banned, because I think people don't have a lot of empathy for users who have been banned because they assume there must have been a good reason, right? There must have been. But when you look at the reasons, sometimes they're ridiculous. And, like in your post, like you said, you lose your entire digital life. And I can't imagine if I woke up tomorrow and every single photo, every single connection I had made, all of the people who I haven't taken the time to put in my phone in some other app, they would just be gone. I would be disappeared from their lives. And that's what these big tech companies are doing. And they know they're doing it. They know that you have to live in this sphere of speaking your mind and being deleted from the digital world. And that's an abuse of power in many ways. And so Flote is going to be a place where that doesn't happen.
Yeah, so a lot of conversations that I would go back and reflect on that I just had in my Facebook Messenger, like years old conversations I would go and look at, gone, inaccessible. Images, great quotes, guests that I was coordinating with having on Anarchast and this show, conversations gone. Just like, it's super disruptive. A lot of people don't want to give you their phone number, but they're fine with messaging you on Facebook. So it's easy to coordinate with people for stuff like that. If you look, a message to everybody, you need to take ownership of your digital life away from Facebook. The way you do that is by go through your friends list, find the people you care about, get their phone number, get them on Signal Messenger, Telegram, get them somewhere else direct, because it might all go away one day, accidentally, on purpose, whatever, maliciously or not. Man. Kaysen knows I was kind of forlorn for 3 weeks after it happened, and I was just, it's terrible. It's honestly terrible. But the positive, the growth from it, people are like, why don't you create an alt, create a sock account and get back on Facebook? Look, they don't want me there. F them. No thanks. Like, they don't want, why am I going to like be that kind of person that's going to go hide under their tablecloth or whatever? No, they don't want me there. I'm not going to be there. And none of you people should want to be there either. Damn it. And so like we went out and we built out, now we have a whole website that we're hosting all of our own content. So if we get taken down from literally everything, nothing will be lost. Everyone will still be able to access things. We even have a payment processor now that we're not dependent on Subscribestar or Patreon. So like, you got to take ownership of this digital life, because it can and will be amputated, I think was the word I used recently. That's really what it feels like. It feels like an amputation, like a non-consensual amputation. That said, and maybe this is to Kingsley, would be, it seems like over the past 2 to 3 weeks, maybe this is just me, but maybe this is truth and it matches the data, my feed on Flote has been very active, and it did not used to be very active. And like, I look at and I compare it to like my Gab account, and it is way more active than even my Gab account at this point. So I'm curious, like, how is, are you getting lots more users, a lot more activity? How's it going?
Yeah, the growth has been pretty steady. We see anywhere from like 10 to 100% month over month. It just really depends. I mean, more recently, we've actually been really trying to focus on the stability and reliability of the platform. So we did bring on Angel, recently, the last couple months. She's been helping with the marketing, but we really haven't even done like a huge marketing push yet, because we're still just fixing a couple things and getting it ready for the scalability that we want. But I'm happy to report that we did land some more investment in the last month, and that we actually just hired a couple more developers this week. So we've been kind of rolling with the punches as Corona happened and everything what's going on right now. And but we're still alive, we're still kicking, and we are growing. And I think a lot of times, like a lot of people, they notice the same things. It was probably, honestly, we have been growing, but I think it's probably because you have been kicked off of Facebook, and that and you are helping push people to alternative platforms like Flote. So we've noticed just with most content creators, especially that have any communities on any other platforms, if they start promoting their Flote or their account on Flote, that they see really good engagement. So I think that's probably more directed towards or has to do with the engagement that you're starting to see now, or now people don't really have a choice. And unfortunately, we're just going to see more and more people get kicked off I call them the big tech social platforms, and have to if they want to keep up with content creators like yourself and others that are not really saying anything controversial or doing anything out of the ordinary, just talking about current events or just expressing their thoughts, then they're going to have to at least create that second account, that third account on these other alternative platforms like Flote. And we'll be here to for all the other people that decide to jump ship. I know you were kind of thrown off the ship, but we're here to as a place to capture all those people. I mean, it's literally billions of people that are now affected by what's going on with the this kind of disinformation really campaign that's happening with big tech right now. So we just want to be, we're not doing anything. I mean, we are doing some really innovative things with Flote, and you'll see more of these features and ideas come to fruition this year. But I mean, in reality, like I think I mentioned the last time that I was on a show, it's like we're really just kind of rewinding the clock when it comes to kind of social platforms are concerned, where before you were able to just express yourself freely, and now that's becoming really it puts a target on your back. So yeah, we're happy to see that your engagement's going up. Definitely.
Also, so I would definitely suggest that everybody go check out my interview with you and your wife. Congratulations on this channel, where I really pressed you. I pressed you probably, I don't know, harder than most people ever press you when interviewing you on like what it would take to ban some content, or to maybe even ban a user from your platform. Can you give us just a really, like, what would it take? We don't have to go into the whole discussion again, but what would I have to do to get banned from Flote?
So yeah, we have some basic rules that are on the Flote page, so you can check it out. But I mean, mostly it just has to do with with spamming, just basically using your account where it's just, as far as the community is concerned, it doesn't really provide any value. So spamming is a big part of them. And then, anything that's illegal, obviously we have to deal with that as they come in. But luckily, we haven't seen anything crazy yet. We are, we're planning on seeing some more crazy things come down the pipeline. But we really haven't had to make any harsh decisions yet. So luckily, our community is really, more liberty oriented, a lot of crypto people, but we are starting to see musicians, artists, different types of groups from different segments, and starting to see a lot of people actually from the left that are getting banned on Twitter and other platforms too, that are starting to join. And they just want a place. It really is the left. They used to stand for free speech and all these things. So it's the true left that are kind of joining Flote, that we're excited to see. So there's a lot of good discussions and engagement, with posts right now. And it's just a really exciting time to be a social platform. It's definitely not easy to run one or to grow one with especially with scaling. But hey, we're here to and we're committed to the cause, and we need as many platforms as possible to support free speech online, because just they've really captured all of us. And they're and it's just we're not going to take it. I mean, censorship is hopefully going to be a thing of the past, and as different types of technologies like decentralized technologies and cryptocurrency gain more of a foothold with the average user of the internet, then I think we'll be a place for those people to use those types of technologies to express themselves freely, and also engage with or support using cryptocurrency, support Disenthrall or any of the other content creators. So yeah, we're really excited.
Yeah, people can donate. There's a Bitcoin wallet attached to the Disenthrall account, so you could directly donate BTC right through Flote that way, which is pretty cool, to be honest. An uncensorable method of donating. That's pretty awesome. And you also have live stream, like all of our streams, and I'm pretty sure, all. Yeah, I think we just, as a rule now, we stream everything to Flote. Anything that you see on YouTube getting streamed will also be on Flote. We're live on Flote now. People are over in the comments saying stuff. We had a question from Jeebus Wong. He asks, are there any new functions coming for the app? What's down the pike, or what's coming soon?
Right now we're actually in the middle of upgrading our wallet. So we'll be able to add more cryptocurrencies, not just BTC. I know BTC has been, really slow and has high fees, since the halving, but it's been getting worse and worse, as throughout the years. So we're excited to support more cryptocurrencies. We're also looking into ways where we can actually enable fiat payments peer-to-peer without going through Flote. So we're excited about that. Right now, we're also working on where live streams will actually save automatically to your account, so you can choose to repost those if you choose. And a whole bunch of other features. Angel knows quite a bit of the roadmap, but we're looking to basically take Facebook as far as the feature set is concerned, and create a better way to interact with people with that feature set. So we discussed, we sent an emailer out a little bit over a month ago talking about Flote Market. Unfortunately, that's been delayed a little bit because we need to rework some of the internal backend before we launch that. So. But yeah, we'll have Flote Market. We're looking to implement stories with a unique twist, some cool features as far as easy to capture stories, where people potentially can even do group stories and add their stories to other people's stories. So if you're out at night in a town, or at least pre-corona, when we all used to be able to step outside of our houses, if you're at an event or whatever, you guys can all add to one story, and that can be viewable for your audience. What else? We're going to be having something that we're calling community boards or float boards, which is similar to subreddits or Facebook groups. So a bunch of things that you've seen before, but with an added twist of free speech and monetization added on top.
Awesome. That's very exciting. Maybe one final question, I guess, for Angel maybe to address would be, the number one feature that I like about Flote over any other social media that I'm aware of is that you just show me my feed in the order that people post, and you show me everything that people post for the people that I follow. So I don't have to worry that I'm missing something. I don't have to worry that some AI brain overlord is deciding which posts I get to see and which I don't. You show me everything in order. It's such a simple thing, but it's hard to find these days. But I think the two things people say, oh, I don't like Flote because is can't edit posts and no groups yet. Can you talk? Is that on the roadmap? Can you talk to any of that? And if you can't, that's fine. I'm just curious.
Yeah. So definitely those two things are on the roadmap. I like the chronological feed. I'm glad you brought that up because I think it is important. It's really great for users, but it's really great for content creators because there's no worrying about the algorithm trying to figure it out. How am I going to get? So if you're an active user, your content is going to get to the people that you want to see it. So I think that's great. And I think it's a feature that a lot of our content creators are going to appreciate. But in groups, groups and editing. If I had $1 for every time, if I had $1 for every time that I needed to edit a post for something silly. So I can't wait till that is a feature. And Kingsley, maybe, I know Erin and I talked about it yesterday, maybe Kingsley can talk about when that's coming down the pipeline, but definitely groups is also coming down the pipeline so that we can, and maybe we'll have some cool twists on that too, things we can talk about to make those groups more dynamic. I think what's happening with society and the internet and all of these companies is that more collaboration is what we're looking for. So not having these individual groups where we don't talk to each other, but finding a way for different groups and different organizations, different social media networks to really collaborate and create something bigger than, the way that the old system has created things where it's, these big tech corporations and they want to capture all of the market share, leave nothing for anyone else. I think we're going to move away from that. And hopefully we see that even within our smaller groups on the platform. Okay.
Well, that's all my questions. I just wanted to get an update from you guys. I'm enjoying having Flote around and not having, not living in fear of being deleted constantly for saying the normal things that I say. I mean, yeah, some of it is kind of, extreme, I guess, to the normie, but certainly not like crazy. Anyway, I'm just enjoying the safety and security I get at Flote. So it has my endorsement for now for damn sure. So everybody, if you don't have a Flote account, go create one, and I will see you guys there. Thanks for hanging out for the interview. Thanks for dropping in. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys.